Welcome friends to the Samsung Wave Mega Review. In this first part of the review I'll be taking you through the hardware of the phone, and in later parts we'll look at the operating system, the applications, the multimedia capabilities, and also the Samsung application for your PC, which is called Keys and allows you to do many things with the Samsung Wave phone. And of course I'll be telling you about several cool features which are not immediately apparent because it takes a few days use to discover them. So first of all, the hardware. The phone is metal and plastic, lots of metal on this, which gives it a nice solid feel. It's very thin, 10.9 millimeters, it feels very nice in the hand. On the left side you just have this volume rocker, which has a very nice feel to it. On the right side of the phone you have the screen lock unlock key and a dedicated two-position camera button, which is one press for focus and full press to take a picture. You can unlock the screen by either pressing the unlock button, and then you have this pane of dark glass which you need to swipe off, and that unlocks the screen. Or you just press and hold and it unlocks. The three keys at the bottom of the screen are hardware keys. There are no soft capacitive keys on the front of this phone. The cool accept key, the cool end key, traditional for Samsung. This key also exits and closes applications. Most applications, for example the music player, it will just take you back to the home screen and leave the music player running. This is just a press key, it's not a D-pad of any kind. A single press on this will take you to the menu. You can have a look at that. Single press will take you to your applications. This will take you back. A long press takes you to your task manager. That takes you back to the home screen. And a quick double press takes you to Smart Search. Very nice implementation, I think. We'll look more in detail in later parts. On the bottom of the phone is just a microphone hole. At first I thought this was the coated plastic painted black, which I've had on many Samsung phones, and tends to wear off on the corners quite quickly, leaving the bare plastic underneath. But actually this is not coated. As I saw in bright sunlight, it's actually a translucent type of plastic, very dark translucent plastic, and in the right light you can actually see components inside there, so that should be hard wearing, that won't rub off at all. On the top of the phone you have a speaker grill, which is good in my opinion to be placed there, not on the back, so it is not obstructed when you lay the phone down. Headphone jack, standard for your headphones, and a micro USB port for syncing and charging. It just has this little cover which you need a nail to slide down, and nice click back into place just to avoid any dust getting in there in your pocket. There are two sensors at the top of the screen there which lock the screen. They're proximity sensors. There is no light sensor on the front, so the screen will not adjust automatically for light conditions, which again in my opinion is no big miss, because I had that on a previous phone and it actually got quite annoying when the screen kept changing brightness just because you were moving in or you were angling the phone towards the shadow. Here is a front-facing video camera, and general impressions of the phone, the hardware, are very good. Obviously, the screen is a Super AMOLED screen. Very high pixel density for this size screen, 3.3 inches. Very clear, very crisp. When there's text on the screen, you cannot see any pixels. And there's been a lot of debate over how good this screen is in direct sunlight, bright sunlight. And I can tell you, I have tested it outside in different sunlight conditions, and this screen is perfect. There is no reflection, there is no difficulty in reading text on the screen, in seeing pictures, in seeing any of the menus, even in watching videos. At almost any angle, as it happens, the visibility is absolutely excellent. I have tested it against the traditional TFT screen, and it is better because when you look at it directly, it's as clear, if not clearer, than the TFT, but as soon as you angle the screen away from you, the TFT becomes impossible to read, whereas this retains very, very good viewing angle there. Very, very good. Placing this next to a traditional AMOLED outside is even bigger difference. Really, this Super AMOLED compared to traditional AMOLED is a bit like putting Lady Gaga next to Madonna. One is young, dynamic and fresh. The other was good in its time, but a little tired now. So, the general impressions are very good of the hardware of this phone. Very solid feeling. The metal gives a very solid construction. Here's something for you HTC owners, and even the Samsung Galaxy S, I see at the moment, has a back cover which pulls off completely, and when you do that, it feels like it's going to snap in your hands. Whereas this just has a little latch here, which you just pull there, and the phone cover just flicks off. Metal, nice and solid, big battery. The SIM card and the micro SD storage card that is underneath the battery, you have to remove the battery to get that out, so there's no hot swapping on this. So if you regularly remove your SIM card or your micro SD card, this might bother you. Cover just fits nicely back there, and one push clicks into place. No problem. That is not going to break. The camera, 5-megapixel camera, looks like it has a slight raised edge to it. In fact, the glass lens is recessed very slightly, and they've polished a nice silver bevel around the outside of that lens. That's a nice touch there. The LED light is very bright, diamond shape as well, same theme. So the phone looks nice, it feels nice, it's very solid, feels a bit like a brick, although of course it's very light. It's 118 grams, which is much lighter than most smartphones, and the general impression is very, very good. Build quality, very solid, very premium feel. That's enough for the hardware. The next part will be the operating system, general capabilities, making phone calls, messaging, that kind of thing, social networks. To find out when the next part of the review is posted, you can follow me on Twitter. So until then, thank you.